CubeTuber.
Hello, my duders. I am the CubeTuber. It's another day, and we have ourselves another cube. Today we have ourselves an interesting cube. Well, maybe not interesting. It's a pretty vanilla cube. We're looking at the French vanilla cube on Cube Cobra. A few years ago, I found a cube very similar to this on CubeTutor, and recently I found the French vanilla cube on the Cobra, so I'm excited to share this cube. This cube runs all French vanilla creatures. So, some of you may be asking, what's a French vanilla creature? So to understand them, we must first understand vanilla creatures. Vanilla creatures are creatures that don't have any abilities. A perfect example would be a 2/2 for 2 mana grizzly bear. So French vanilla creatures would be creatures that have keyword abilities. So keyword abilities are words that substitute for rules text. A perfect example of this would be trample or hexproof. Since there are a ton of keyword abilities in Magic right now, and there are a ton, it seems like every set introduces some new ones, and there's much more from the past. Some of these are really easy to remember, but other ones like banding are really difficult to understand or even just use in a game of Magic. So, to avoid any confusion, this cube only runs creatures with evergreen abilities. Evergreen abilities are the ones that are constantly reoccurring. These are abilities like Death Touch, Defender, Double Strike, Enchant equipped, First Strike, Flash, Flying, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Prowess, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. Those are the evergreen abilities. And a large part of the player base kind of has these down and memorized. However, newer players don't necessarily memorize all of these abilities. So what this cube aims to do is to include creatures with evergreen abilities that also have the reminder text on the card, so that new players can read it and know exactly what the card does. This is a perfect cube for new players. Recently I started playing with a new play group, and a lot of them are newer players, and they were always kind of like asking me like, hey, like what does proliferate do? What does Death Touch do exactly? What does First Strike do exactly? So having the reminder text would be a great help. This cube would be perfect for like high school or university gaming clubs. Many of the creatures in this cube are kind of pack draft quality, many just having 1 or 2 keyword abilities, not being super powerful. However, there are some rares in this cube, so there's some good stuff. Non-creature spells are simple. They usually stay within their color. White giving protection, blue doing what blue typically does, red dealing damage, and so on and so on. However, the designer did make sure to put some powerful cards into this cube to kind of increase the fun of play. There's cards like Soul Ring, Bolt, 5 Planeswalkers, even though they're not the most powerful ones, but it's still good to have Planeswalkers in there. They had Judgment. There's also good removal stuff like Dreadbore, Vindicate, Hero's Downfall, and a few other black removal spells. Let's look at some cards that stand out. There are some cards that get keywords added to them because of other creatures. So, for example, probably the best one I've seen in this case is Odric, Lunarch Marshal. He's a legendary creature, human soldier, a 3/3 for 4 mana, 3 and a white. At the beginning of each combat, creatures you control gain First Strike until end of turn if a creature you control has First Strike. The same is true for Flying, Death Touch, Double Strike, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Stalk, Trample, and Vigilance. So, if one of your creatures has any of these abilities, all of your creatures get it if he's out on play. Another card like this is Carrion Wanderer. Carrion Wanderer is 4 and a black for a 4/4 changeling. It kind of has this ability except for that's for a creature in the graveyard. If creatures in the graveyard have any keyword abilities, it kind of gets it. Not all keyword abilities, just some. You need to read the card for this one. Majestic Myriarch. It's a chimera. Its power and toughness are twice the number of creatures you control. And at the beginning of the combat, it gains whatever keyword ability that your creatures have. Yet again, you gotta read all of them because some are not included. And then the last one I'll talk about is Animus of Predation, which is a 4 and a green for a 4/4. You draft it face up. As you draft a card, you may remove it from the game face up. Animus of Predation will get whatever keyword of the card that you drafted that was removed from the game, it will gain that. So it can gain flying, first strike, double strike. The great thing about this is when you're close to the end of your pack and you're just getting cards that aren't in your color or that you don't want to play, you can kind of grab cards with cool keyword abilities to boost him up. This cube also is running some fatties. So some cool cards that they're running that are more expensive. They're playing Inkwell Leviathan. If you can get this out, I'm pretty sure most decks in this cube will have a hard time dealing with this guy. Also, it's running Overflowing Insight, which will fill up your hand. Planar Cleansing, which is a great board wipe. In black, they're running Ingarrick's Wake, which is a one-sided board wipe. Black's also running Brood-Scarred Demon, which acts as a tutor while giving you a 6/6 flying body. That's always good. Red's playing Conquering Manicore. It's a 5/5 flyer, and when it enters the battlefield, you can act a treason. Speaking of act of treason, we have one of the best ones is Insurrection, where you can gain control of your opponent's creatures. Green's running Plated Slagworm. It's just an 8/8 with hexproof. That's hard to deal with. And they're playing Palooka Worm, which I didn't even know they reprinted as a rare. Good to see. For multicolored spells, the only triple colored spell in this cube is Nicobolas the Planeswalker, the one from, I believe that's Conflux. One thing to make note about, this cube is running silver border cards. People feel kind of differently about silver border cards. Some people love it, some people hate it. Usually, I'm not a big fan of silver border cards just for aesthetic reasons, having the kind of different looking card border stick out. But in this cube, all these silver border cards are kind of about reminder text. So in this case, I think they work quite well. If we look at the lands, they're running a cycle of the tap lands that when they enter you gain 1 life. They are also running the tri-lands as well. Alright, let's get this draft on the road. So before I start, a few quick things to mention. This is a medium-sized cube, so for 540 cards. The creator of this cube updates it semi-regularly, like once every few months, which I think is perfect if you're trying to keep up with a cube. And as far as my draft strategy going into this, I've drafted it a few times. It kind of reminds me of like a core set. You're getting a lot of commons, uncommons, maybe 3 rares out of the whole draft. We'll see. So let's get to it. Alright, so awesome, pack 1. So what's hiding behind me here? Okay, that's Vila's Force Mage, nothing too excited there, but we have some pretty cool cards to start off with. We have Aldrich, which probably that's what we're going to pick. Just him being able to kind of change your board. Maybe do a white, and splash another color, or however. If it weren't for that, maybe Hero's Downfall would be the one to do. Also, Psychotic Symbiote is an interesting one. Yes. Oh, that's like the one horror card. Alright, let's go with Aldrich. Alright, let's take a look around. Collective Blessing. Alright, maybe we are going to get a few good rares. Alright. I think this probably would be the next thing, and then just try to get do green-white creatures, and then
just try to go wide. We'll get Collective Blessing. Alright. So, we're going green, white, but we're not too committed to that yet. Red, nothing's too excited there. There's some pretty cool stuff in white. Blue, Jace's Ingenuity. I'm just drawing 3 cards. I'm not. Black doesn't look too exciting right now. Meteor Golem's alright. I think this Angel is the one who's looking pretty good. Also, the Resurrection here, that you can use it to reanimate stuff, is pretty cool. But I think the Angel seems like that's the best pick right now. Get a 4/3 that taps your opponent's field. Seems good. Let's go with that. Alright. The Pit Fighter here, he looks pretty cool, but I don't know, that double red, I don't know if I want to switch over to that. Sarah's Embrace seems nice. Fog. I think Joined Shields might be the way to go. With this, I know I'm going to need some creatures, though. But there are not any creatures here to really pick from the colors that I want. Yeah, this is... How many creatures in this pack? There are 2 creatures in this pack. The rest are enchantments and stuff. So yeah, let's take Joint Shields. That's just a dud pack right there. We have Millstone, Pit Fight, which is pretty nice. Take Vengeance. I think this is the one to do. It being a sorcery is not the best, but Wall of Spheres. Let's do Take Vengeance. Alright, here we go. I think Sky Hunter Skirmisher would be good, especially if Uldric's out. I can give everything double strike with that, so that seems pretty nice. Now, we don't have any white or no white or green, so let's look at blue and see what blue has to offer. I think the Riddlemaster Sphinx is the way to go. Inkwell Leviathan's awesome. Nimbus of let's go with this. Even the double blue, we'll make it work. We'll start putting some blue in and maybe have to switch over to blue. Phyrexian Arena. Oh, I don't know if I want to start investing in the black. I think blue seems more open, so let's go with that. We're going to do Cloud Reader Sphinx. We'll maybe go white-blue and see if there's some cool green stuff. I'm not too excited about that. Enchantment at the beginning. Yeah, this is another one kind of like Uldric, but I don't think it's quite as good. Yeah, just because it's just an enchantment and it's not really doing too much. Let's take it. Why not? Why not? Alright, now we'll take Naturalize instead of the other one. Exile tapped creature. I think we're going to do Resurrection there. Yeah, we'll do Mantle Webs. Maybe we'll go Bant. Do Wall of Spheres. Winged Coddle, I think is a good idea. Hey, and there's Inkwell Leviathan. Alright. Augury Owl and Omen Speaker are nice for blue. Sandblast. It's a pretty good removal. We have Liliana. Maybe I should have went black. Started picking black. There's some pretty cool stuff. Also, there's the Colossal Dreadmaw. If we did want to go with green, but right now, aside from Collective Blessing is the only thing that would really push me to go green. And there's not much mana fixing unless I get a Seaside Citadel, but So I'm thinking maybe the Augury Owl. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. See if the Colossal Dreadmaul goes around. Maybe I'll pick that. Alright, let's see here. I think the Dawnstrike Paladin is pretty good, especially with Alderic and the did I pick that? Yes, I did. I did pick Concerted Effort. So yeah. Righteous Blow is good. Let's go with the Paladin. We need creatures. We need creatures. Speaking of creatures, oh man, Glorious Anthem though. But this dude, I wonder if that will go around. Let's do Glorious Anthem. Alright, now Man of War seems good. Stave off, Man of War. That Crocodile seems pretty cool just for that hexproof ability, but with Alderic and stuff, I don't think it's going to matter because that only triggers right before combat. So let's go Man of War. Old Guard. Not too bad to tap things down. Let's see if there's any better options. No, not really. So let's go Old Guard. White Knight's pretty cool. Burst of Energy, I'm not too excited about that. I think White Knight is the way to go. The double white, it's weird, but let's do it. Searing Wind, so crazy. Oh man, there's nothing here. Alright, well, we'll grab this blue bird dude with prowess, that's not bad. Pegasus, ooh, yes, we're gonna do Aerial Responder. Also Green Weaver Druid is pretty nice, and the Pegasus Charger this pack's much better. But let's go with him. He's got more things going for him. Smite the Monstrous is nice if I come across some big dudes, but probably Sandblast would be the way to go. Yeah, because I mean, if I'm sacrificing a dude in combat and I do this, I can probably take any big creature out. Also, Righteous Blow, it's pretty good. Treasure Hunter. Giving Indestructible is pretty nice. Mortal Resolve. Veteran Reflexes, Double Strike. I think he's good with the Glorious Anthem. Let's do this dude, a Trampler. We'll do Band, I guess. Which I don't think that works. Oaken Form, I guess, would be the way to go. Maybe not even play blue. Maybe not even play blue. We will see. Alright, for this pack, we have the Hound behind me there. Pacifism, I think, is pretty good for removal. Disperse. I think Pacifism. Just to take someone out of combat exchanges is pretty big. Alright, Miri Cat Warrior is, I think that's pretty strong here. Swiftfoot Boots, not bad, but let's go with this. So yeah, I think maybe we're going to start pushing away from blue. I don't know, maybe just splashing a few. Switcheroo, those nice. Oh, nope, Banisher Priest. Definitely Banisher Priest. Mortify. Can't play Mortify. I think that's pretty good. Having it fight. Unflinching Courage. If I'm definitely, I think we're gonna be going white green. All right, so we got the Palaka Worm and the Arbok Stomper. Man, I think I'm gonna take the Stomper. I like the Worm, but like, I just don't know how realistic that is if I'm just trying to like get some good dudes out quick. I mean, there's some nice stuff in this pack too. Lunar Missionary and Indestructibility. But let's go with the Arbor. Is Arbor Backstomper? Maybe? Alright, let's go with that. It's a more reasonable thing. I'm not sure if I want to play blue now. Let me see. This dog. This dog. Let's go with Titanic Growth. Alright, and then we'll do, I think, oof. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the spider here. I probably should have picked the dog, but maybe that'll come around. We'll go with this dog, though. We'll go with that dog. It's vanilla, but it'll make it work. Ooh, that's such a problem. It does. He doesn't have Defender, though. No. No, okay. I was about to say, if you have Wall of Vines out and Alderic and and then he gives all your creatures Defender so they can't even attack, that'd be great. But now, it makes sense, so let's get that then. Alright, we get this Angel. I think we have one pack to go. Just grab some stuff here. Alright, perfect. Oh, wait, nope, that's it. Alright, I did go through I went through the 3 packs. Awesome. I went quicker than I thought. Alright, so like if I'm making a deck here, I'm just going to do a quick one. I doubt I'm going to go through it. Notice no lands here. So what are some things I definitely wouldn't play? Probably not playing that. Maybe I would take that out. Pacifism. So things I definitely wouldn't play. Taking the blue out, sorry guys. I don't think I'd play the wall. Let's just take blue out. Just these top heavy dudes, and I think I could get it done without them. So I would have to probably cut. I think I probably join shields, get rid of that. Just try to get collective. Glorious Anthem, Naturalize, Take Vengeance. Yeah, we'll get rid of Naturalize. That'd be sideboard. Titanic Growth or the Mantle of Webs. I don't think I have. Well, I have a few reach things, but probably it's smart. I don't know if I would take this one, the Wildwood Patrol. Take him out. White Knight. Yeah, I think this is what I would do. I'd probably have to cut a few more out and then add lands and play an honest deck there. Alright guys, I think that's my draft. So final thoughts about this. This seems like I said, this seems like an awesome cube. I think this is kind of a good direction to go for a starter cube if you want to build a starter cube, or if you want to have a cube that kind of you treat like a board game. I think that's a popular thing. People like getting together and playing board games because all the pieces are there. If you have this deck, you can kind of, whip it out, and even people who are not really too experienced with Magic can kind of go through the motions and play this. So thumbs up in that regard. All right, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See ya.